Nathan looking resplendent in the new walkout jacket.
Yeah, look, it's. I think we're looking to improve everything. So if we can improve the kit as well. I've been told that by Paul Aiken that we're going to tailor it for a new season. So yeah, no, very nice.
Coming in today past the club shop, there were lots of youngsters and adults walking out with bags full of kit, so looks like it's a hit with the fans.
Yeah, I think so. I think the new kit's very nice as well. I mean, it's a little different, just subtle different to the home kit, obviously, with the collar and the black kit. I think will appeal to plenty, especially the design and the material on it. It's very sort of modern. And said, yeah, very good. It's always an exciting time, looking ahead to a new season and new kit, new things, seeing what people will be wearing that new kit. So it's an exciting time, and we're looking forward to that.
Well, hopefully we'll be having a promotion party in it next season. But before then, we got a game on Sunday, and you talked about the integrity of our squad against Millwall, but it's very important that we field as strong a team as possible, because the title for the championship may depend on our results.
Yeah, and look, and the integrity we've shown and the players have shown, really, because obviously I can motivate them, but it's them that have to go out, and they have, because of all we've had promotion and relegation battle, in here, with teams going for both, and we lost a game at Middlesbrough, but we thoroughly deserved to win the game, and the attitude was first class, and then the attitude in the other games has been first class right till the end in every game, and I've been proud of that element of it, and I told the players that, and tomorrow and sort of Sunday will be no different. It's obviously a time that Sheffield United will remember, but it's a time also to give us a little bit of motivation and insight in what it takes.
Have you varied training much this week, with it being the last week of the season? Have they had more time off?
No, not really. We've tailored a pretty similar week in terms of things. Obviously, we've had to adjust the days, because a Wednesday becomes a Thursday, and vice versa, and or a Thursday becomes a Wednesday, and so on. So no, look, we've trained well. We've had a good group training. Training was very intense today, and tomorrow will be the same. And then we go into the final game. It's been a different week because I've had a lot of meetings and things, but no, it's all about going into the final game, finishing strongly, and obviously we don't want to do anyone any favours or anything, because our friends at both clubs. It's just we've got to make sure that we're Stoke, and that's all that matters.
And looking at the players, Tom Edwards had an injury last week and has been playing, as you've said, with a sore hip. Any other injury news?
No, not really. There's a few little knocks. Peter Tavovar and Ince's had a little knock and things, but God willing, they'll come through that, and it's that time of year where a lot of knocks sort of catch up with you a little bit. But no, we've got good numbers, and they're in good spirits, really, going into the final game.
And you've said you've got friends at both of the other clubs, but we're playing Sheffield on Sunday, and their fans will be up for a party because they're going up no matter what. So
yeah,
it'll be quite an atmosphere.
Yeah, and rightfully so, because as I said, it's weird actually. It's kind of ironic, because when I come into management, obviously Chris Wilder's further down his managerial career than me, but I was coming to a similar thing in my old club here, and his side Northampton were getting promoted from the league, and we played them second from last game. It was a real good gauge for us in what it took, and I think we have similar sort of philosophies. Might be different style of play or different system and things, but in terms of creating an environment, I think he's done a wonderful job there. He's obviously went to the big club in League One, got them promoted, kept the group together. They've been together 3 years. He's kept that work ethic, that humility. He's recruited well and got a team that are right at it. And it was no different from when he was at Halifax, no different from when he was in terms of the mentality. He's obviously just on a grander scale, and he's done fantastically well. He creates a real good environment, and he should be proud of that, because they've got what they've deserved. They were obviously challenges last year in terms of where they finished, not for automatic, but playoffs and things, and it didn't quite happen. But this year they've recruited well, they've learned from that, and it shows what a real good work ethic, continuity, and good recruitment can do, and he's an example of that.
You've talked about, you've had a lot of meetings this week. You've already announced that 3 players are going to leave us. How difficult have you found this week in terms of talking to players that might not figure in the squad going forward?
It's difficult for some reasons, but not really difficult, because look, at the end of the day, we want to move forward now. Those who are out of contract, I'd like to thank them on record for the work that they gave me since I've come in. There's not that many out of contract, so So if I want to bring my own players in and bring a certain element to the squad, then there'll be certain casualties and so on. There are some who are in contract that we'll have discussions with about what would be best for their career. We've already had those discussions, some of them. And look, what we want to do is make sure we take the club forward. Tough decisions have to be made, tough conversations have to be had, but changes have to be made here. And look, we knew that pretty much from straight away from coming in. And if we want to take the club forward, then those decisions sometimes are tough ones.
As a former player yourself, do you feel that sometimes players are expecting that when they get to a certain stage with a football club for a whole host of reasons? I don't think there'll be too much surprise for some of the players when you have those discussions, or will there?
No, not really. I don't think they will. It's just a lot is finding out about players' motivation as well, because what I don't want is a demotivated group. When we come back, the ones I want, God willing, we can do our recruitment well, and in the next sort of 8 weeks we can get the ones we want to bring in nailed down, and then we can start to create the environment that is conducive to winning football. Now we've had to make a lot of changes to the environment. People won't have seen those yet, but the fruition of those, and hopefully we'll be sat here in 3 years' time and celebrating and being in a wonderful place in the Premier League. And I can harp back to these 3 or 4 months, because they're vital. They're really vital months in the work that we've had to do. Now, again, not to speak bad of anyone or anything, there was changes that needed to be made, and they've needed to be made for a while, and we're now going to embark on all those.
You've talked about not looking back, but in effect at the end of the game on Sunday there'll be what is now termed a lap of appreciation. I'm sure that some of the fans will appreciate what some of the players have done, but equally some of the players will appreciate the support from this football club throughout the season, because as you know, it's not been a great season results wise. But how do you feel about that lap of appreciation? Because the last couple of seasons, if I'm being honest, it's not gone too well at Stoke. A lot of people have left.
Of course, but look, if they believe that some people have worked hard and given their all, albeit fallen short of the standards required, then it's a time to celebrate. Well, not celebrate, but to appreciate that, and say we wish you all the best in your career. There are some that have been here a while that probably won't move forward with the club, that those decisions need to be made, and I'm sure they will want to thank the fans will want to thank them, because there would have been a time where they were key players for the club, but now we have to look forward, and what I want it to be is a thing that we finish the season, we try to finish it in a real positive manner, and then we look forward. And we've asked for that, and it's difficult for fans at the minute, because we haven't improve significantly results and things, but believe you me, the work that's gone on has been the most exhausting work that I've embarked on in my life, in my fledgling managerial career, but also in my footballing career, and we've made real good headway, but we've needed to do that. If we're going to change the direction and the trajectory of the football club, then they have to be done. I've been backed in every decision I've made by a wonderful board here, wonderful owners, wonderful people around. And now it's a time for us to look forward, and I want us to do that. Any scepticism, fine, no problem whatsoever. Any negativity, no problem. But I promise you, park that, get behind us, and it's going to be a big summer where, come August, I'm convinced we'll be a different animal.
Lastly from me, if you had to say what was your best achievement from your perspective since you've come through the doors at Stoke City, not results wise, what would you say you feel you've achieved that the normal general fan wouldn't have seen?
I think changing the day-to-day mentality and the desire to achieve something. Now, we haven't been able to do that with everyone. There's quite a demotivated, well, there was quite a demotivated group when we came in, and that wasn't because of just the previous manager or anything like that, and I'm not speaking bad of anyone, but we come in and there was a lot of negativity around the place. Not bad people, not bad eggs, not problems, just a bit of demotivation. So we've had to lift that. We've had to change mentalities to provide a resilience, a winning mentality, a hunger, a work rate. And we feel we've done that. Now, we can't hammer that home, because even we felt we should have had results, but that's by and by now. So now we have to look forward. Now, this 4 months, and I've sacrificed a lot to be able to work these 4 months. So whatever people say, that's fine. But I've sacrificed a hell of a lot to be able to come and implement these things in the first 4 months so that we can hit the ground running next year. If you change managers in the summer, yeah, people have a pre-season to work, but you're evaluating players. And I would have been evaluating a squad of 29, 30 players. We'd have had 8 coming back off loan. And I'd have been spending all my time in pre-season evaluating players, but I've just had 4 months to do that. So I'm in a far better place. The club's in a far better place from that. And as I said, the proof will be in the pudding, but I can guarantee you we'll be in a better place.
Good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
On the 5th of January, you were overseeing a 0-0 draw with Luton at Hillsborough, and 7 days later you were up at Brentford watching Stoke. If you could go back in time, what advice would you give yourself in your future at Stoke?
It's a great question, to be honest with you. But look, I've learned things, and I would have done minor things differently. But what we wanted to do in January, we want to try and improve results immediately. When we didn't kind of do that, we knew we were then planning. I'll be brutally honest with that, planning for the future. I probably would have made a few tough decisions in January, but I wanted to give everyone an opportunity. The board would have backed me wherever I would have wanted. John asked me what I wanted, but I didn't want to spend money in January that I couldn't guarantee was going to be long term. So I had 2 weeks really of the window to prepare and to try and do things. So look, in hindsight is a wonderful thing, but at the time I don't think I could have done too much more. Parting from Luton would have been handled slightly better, I think, but apart from that, not too much, because we think we've done as good a work as we can. We can't please everyone, but we've moved the club forward, and we know clearly about what we want and who we want to take forward. So it's been good for that.
20 games on, what have you personally learned from the experience from the last 20 games?
I'm a lot stronger individual than I was 20 games ago. I've learned I'm a better manager now, because in my previous club, for 2 years we fought and changed the environment, recruited well, and for the last year it was a breeze, an absolute breeze. We ripped teams apart, we outworked teams. We had an environment where I'd probably create an argument just to get a little fire, because they were just that regimented. Here, it's chalk and cheese, but I know we have to create that now. But that's what takes time, and that's what takes work and effort. And I've been tested, my character's been tested, my relationship with my fiance's been tested, my relationship with key members of my staff has been tested. We've been tested every single day, and it's brilliant. It's why you're alive, it's why you're a manager, it's why I've swapped a wonderful football club for an even bigger, wonderful football club. And the future's bright, the future's exciting, and we're looking forward to that, because now we've trod through the quicksand, and now we want to springboard.